Hello, Mr. Niren here. Welcome to Hyrule Total War Classic Ultimate. My submod for Unday and Nephilims or Ice Cream Man's mod Hyrule Total War. It's based on the December 2014 release. This is the Forces of the Twilight campaign. So in this mod there are two factions named the Forces of the Twilight, and this is the good one led by Queen Midna. Then there is the one led by Prince Zant. We have just defeated him. So Zant started with an area in Hyrule, Zant grabbed Co. Surrender, we will offer surrender, accept. So I played single player this time instead of hot seats. It worked better. Okay, so the difference is that all three heroes spawned: Hyrule the Dragon, Lady Midi, and General Onyx the Cunning. The Cunning. If I played hot seat, then for some reason Onyx wouldn't spawn. Instead it would show up as a bug general for the Stalfos undead faction, and he's supposed to spawn for Midna. So he only worked in single player. I also used cheats to be able to circumvent Zant, because in this mod, if you want the heroes, I just showed off the Hyrule the Dragon, General Onyx the Cunning, and Lady Midi. If I want these heroes to spawn, they need to be alive. So for example, Lady Midi spawns on turn 2. She needs to be alive for her to join Midna. And Hyrule the Dragon and General Onyx, Zant needs to take use of this area for the dragon to show up. And if he has taken that area, then one turn after they have taken this area, then Hyrule the Dragon and General Onyx will spawn here for Zant. And if you want them to join Midna, you can't kill them. They need to be alive whenever Zant has been killed. So you get the option to surrender his forces when you have taken all the areas in the Twilight Realm. That could be troublesome, for example, if you want Lady Midi and she's holding this settlement, for example, or if Hyrule is holding this settlement, or any one of the characters that you want. Olg, the Shadowbloat pet of Zant, is also one of the generals with a unique strat model that can join Queen Midna with a unique model. I killed him in this Let's Play because I felt like he is the loyal pet of Zant, so it wouldn't make sense for him to join anyway. So Olg is dead, but if I do not want to kill them and they hold settlements that we need in order to win the civil war, and they refuse to leave the settlements, then the only way to solve it is to solve that issue is to find Zant on the map and kill him. So in this campaign I surrounded Zant with multiple armies, and then I had him killed because the heroes Lady Midi, Hyrule the Dragon, and General Onyx, and Olg, if he's still alive, they join Midna if Zant is killed. So you don't need the cities for them to join Midna, you just need to kill Zant. And if they hold settlements and you kill Zant, then one turn later they will automatically spawn here. Olg, the Shadowbloat pet of Zant, would also have spawned in this area if he had still been alive at the time of Zant's death. So the scripts work in single player. Okay, so I used trainer, sheet happens trainer, in order to enable unlimited movement, because I needed that in order to easily circumvent the armies of Zant and find Zant and destroy him. Didn't bother to play normally, it could be more difficult because you can only move a certain bit, a certain number of movement points each turn, and they can attack with the wrong heroes and such too. They'd already played this campaign and fought the civil war, and Midna had won the civil war, but because they played hotseat, the portal here became buggy, became a normal general and such, and didn't work properly. I believe it bugged out, so I couldn't use it. And then also I believe Link had spawned for Zant, and if he spawns for Zant, he will automatically turn to Midna, and the faction surrenders. And I hadn't like fixed Link for this version of the mod if he is joining Midna that way. So Link was a generic general with Link's model on the map and with Link's portrait and traits and such, but with the generic model in battle. So the only way to solve that is to edit the files, which I won't do now. But in a future update, I will fix Link so that if he joins Zant in a hotseat game, and then Zant loses the war and surrenders to Midna, and Link joins Midna as a result, then he will be Link and not generic general. I'll fix that issue. And there's another issue too with the Stalfos Undead faction. They have a unit called the Stallhounds, Undead Dogs pretty much, and the old model is an infantry model. It can kill a few units when it charges the enemy. So if you charge the enemy with the Stallhounds, they can kill a few units, but then in a prolonged melee they do nothing and will just be killed. So you need to move them away all the time and then charge and move away and charge. That's how you kill enemies with the Stallhounds. So they do not work properly. In 4.6 of Hyrule Total War, there's a new model for Stallhounds, a cavalry unit, and the difference is that the head of the model is its own like rider, and then the body is a cavalry mount. So in that version of Hyrule Total War, the Stallhounds will kill more enemies when they charge because it's a cavalry unit instead of an infantry. And then also the head is like a rider, so it can bite enemies, and that means that in a prolonged melee they can kill enemies. They are not very good, but I saw that they at least killed a few of the enemy troops. Killed a lot in the charge and then very few in the melee. But the model that is in use in this mod, in the submod, and in all versions of Hyrule Total War, the older model, it has no separate head, so it can't attack in melee. I see that as a bug, but yeah, the model is glitched. It can't attack in melee, and I want to replace it with the other one, but the problem is that it's a mount, so you'll need to remove a mount from the mod, and I'm already out of slots for mounts. So the way I see it, problem with the microphone. Okay, but the way I see it, we need to remove a mount to add that unit to the game, because it takes up a slot for a mount as well, unlike the old unit. So I guess I will probably remove one of the horses of Oduna and let Oduna share the Epona horse, and then remove the unique one for Oduna. Because I'm out of slots for mounts, and while I like having variation in horses, I kind of need to remove something in order to add that Stallhound unit. Okay, end of turn report. Stalfos Undead have the strongest military in the world. Oka have the best financial situation as usual. Lissalfos have the best production and is the overall strongest faction. And the Gorons have the largest population. Our faction, the Forces of the Twilight under Queen Midna, has the 6th strongest military in the world. So our army is number 6 in the world out of 28 factions. We are 27 in financial, but that's because we have spent our money this turn. Okay, and 11 in production, 15 in population size, and overall we are on place 14. We are in the middle pretty much. Or in the middle. 14 plus 14 is 28, so we are exactly in the middle in terms of how powerful the faction is. Okay. using a cheat currently. That's why we will save here. And I will continue this episode later. I will need to go and eat now, and I'll shut off we'll close the trainer. We need to exit the game too, otherwise it will still be active. So we don't want to have unlimited movement when we play. So I will exit the game and close the trainer and then go and eat, and after that I will return to the game, start it up again, and we'll continue this episode. We will not have any movement sheet on, so we'll continue the Forces of the Twilight campaign under Queen Midna. We are using hotseat, but we are only playing as one faction, one Twilight faction. If we play both, it will bug out General Onox and others, so that's why we didn't do it this time. I didn't want to rewatch the movie or replay the Civil War, so that's why I kind of cheated my way through it. But yeah, we have won the Civil War. Midna is the supreme ruler. She's queen in the Twilight Realm. She's invading Hyrule. General Onox the Cunning, Lady Midna the Cunning, and Argos the Dragon have joined Midna. We have some troops in our battlegrounds, and we also have some troops in the former Zant area of Sandcrab Cove. It will be easily taken by the enemy. We have Una here. As a general we had from the start. We'll move the armies and heroes to Hyrule when we return to the game. Okay, we are out of money. We can't build or recruit anything. So I believe this area will be lost. Instead we will try to protect this area and conquer areas here. We might actually want to move armies all the way to the Ukka and take the Ukka areas. If they are too strong in the late game, it might be worth it. We also want to protect the portal. So we'll see. But thank you for watching, and see ya when I return to the game. Obviously this is not the end of the episode because it would be too short. Alright, thank you for watching and see you soon. Hello, Mr. Nygren here. I'm back. So we will continue the Forces of the Twilight campaign under Queen Midna. So it's the Midna campaign. There are two factions named the Forces of the Twilight. Zant has been destroyed. End of turn report. So the Stalfos Undead faction is the strongest military in the world on turn 8. And the Ukka is, as usual, the faction with the best financial situation. The Lissalfos have the best production and are the overall strongest faction in the world, and the Gorons have the largest population. Our military is ranked as the sixth strongest in the world, and we are placed 14 on the map. Probably said that previously. So the end of turn report always shows up again if we load a saved game. Okay, so we'll move our troops. We have the heroes here, Lady Midna, Argos the Dragon, and Onox when he was still alive, General Onox the Cunning, Dark Onox. Okay. And unlike when the AI plays the faction, we do not get any army. Spawn with the heroes. Okay, we'll move them back to Arbeitergrounds for now. No money. Can move some troops. Towards the portal of Twilight. So when I played hotseat, the portal was glitched. Became a general of the Forces of the Twilight. Midna general. So this is General Slid. Now we'll move out towards the portal too. And all of these generals will be moved there. I don't know if the cheat code is still active. Let me check. I have shut down the cheat, but I don't know. Might still work in this save. Let's see. If that's the case, yeah, it seems this general automatically has the sheet on. Didn't know that. Then we need to deactivate the sheet, which we can't do if we do not have the trainer on. Okay, then I need to exit. Well, see you soon. Alright, I'm back. I think it works now. We will exit the trainer. I think we fixed it. Deactivated the sheet. This general seems to have the sheet on. Anyway, I have no idea why. Anyway, we can have her killed or something. I don't know. Leave a unit in each settlement. You want the Twilight infantry in each city. Send one of them there. Move out this one. It's better. You want it in the army. Okay. End the turn. Seems the sheet happens trainer bug out one character, so it always has the unlimited movement for some reason. It wasn't the case with a different trainer I used in the past, but it stopped working after an automatic Windows update for some reason. So I had to use the sheet happens version. If I want unlimited movement, which I used to clear the civil war faster and avoid certain enemies. I'd already played that, but anyway, I just restarted the campaign because there were bugs when I played both factions. So with Force of the Twilight, I suggest playing one faction, not both. Otherwise there will be bugs, like the Midna portal won't work. It will be a general instead, and it won't work when you send troops there. They won't be transported to Hyrule and such. Which was the main reason why I had to restart it. Alright, we're back on the Force of the Twilight's turn very soon. Zant's armies are spared. You have chosen to spare Zant's armies. They join forces with yours, though they do so with disdain. Unrest within your empire might be on the rise in the near future. Alright. Recruitment report of a new Twilight infantry unit. Undead Stealth are the strongest faction now. Okay. No idea why this one turned into a mirror gate now. Seems to be a bug after all. So we managed to take. Then I think it's because I tried to fix an issue in hotseat. And for Zant, and it might have fucked up the portal for Midna. I think I will check an older version and then restore that file to have it there before. That means hotseat will always be bugged with the Force of Twilight. The portal will bug out in hotseat, but if you play single player, it should work fine. Now I'm playing single player in hotseat mode, multiplayer hotseat. That might be why it bugs out, but there's a chance or risk that single player might bug out too. But we need to change that file back. I will see. Can't really change it back now because then I will fuck up the Stealth and the Kingdom of Hyrule campaigns. So I have the portal here. I have another portal here. I have the army that I sent. The portal over here disappeared. Very weird. So what happens if I send Una there and other units? Let's try that. See what happens. If it's buggy, I will restart it again in single player mode and see if that works or not. And if it doesn't work, we'll have to fix it. Then I will restore the script file to have it there in the past for the Force of the Twilight when it comes to the portal. But that means also that the Kingdom of Hyrule campaign and the Stealth campaign won't work, so I will probably not play the Force of the Twilight if that's the case. At least not Queen Midna. Zant might work, but I think we will play as Imp Midna. I tried Imp Midna previously and she worked. So we will play as Imp Midna if that's the case. I will play Civil War off screen and force Midna to lose it and then control Imp Midna. So the issue with the portal, it might be because we are in hotseat, or it's because I changed stuff in the VMMDB, the scripts file. But it was buggy before I changed stuff too. It's just that it might have affected single player now in hotseat. I believe single player worked fine previously. Only when I played as both factions were it buggy before. But now it's buggy even when I play only as one of the Twilight factions for some reason. And it happens after the Zant armies have been spared. Yeah, there will be at least a fix or patch where I will replace the stall hand with the more updated stall hand from the other Hyrule Total War mod. I will look into fixing this portal too. But the other stall hand is a cavalry unit, so we will have to remove one mount for it to be added. It's not enough to replace the old stall hand. We also need to replace one mount and try. See if I replace the Odonian horse and let them use the Epona horse as well. Or if I replace something else, we'll see. No, they are still stuck here. The portal bugs out, we can't play it. Okay, thank you for watching and see you later. Bye.